I want to make sure that I get everything that I want to say out. So I hope you guys had a great end to your month as a team. We did have a great end to our month. And so I just want to congratulate each and every one of you. I cannot tell you how incredibly important it is, just like I said in my live today, for you to keep that movement and momentum going. Okay. That is the biggest mistake that people make, is that they work really, really hard and they like feel like, oh, I've got like end of month fatigue, and they take a break for 2-3 days and it turns into 5, 6, 7 days. And then now you only have a third, 2/3 of your month left instead of you having your full month. And so, I went to bed late because I was still doing shout outs and doing some things, getting ready for this month to start, but I still woke up and I'm still trying to make things happen. So I just encourage you to keep going. All right. So one thing I want to share with you, a lot of these are going to be very random tips, but there's things that I have been hearing and listening to as I'm helping people behind the scenes all the time that I really want to share with you that you may not have thought of. So one of the things here recently that has come up several times, which leads me to believe that I need to share it, is there are times that we don't know, like we have a person or a prospect that they only want one product. Have you ever seen those people? Like, oh, I just need some ProBio 5, or, oh, I just need, some active. And because maybe you kind of sold them on active because that's what you were posting about that week, right? And then they get like laser focused on just wanting active. Well, we all know if they just order active or just order lean or just order ProBio 5, that person's order is not going to count towards Leaders Retreat credits, right? You may get a little bit of a few points because if it's, within a certain PV range as a VIP, you would get points for them, which in the past we didn't. If it wasn't 100 PV, you didn't get anything. So that's a blessing, but it wouldn't count for this contest. Okay. And so what I encourage you to do, and I've always done this, is I really sell the idea to people that they just need to get this product, whatever that said product is, get 2 or 3 of them, whatever would make it where they have $100 order. Because in my mind, why wouldn't they want that? Especially last month because they got the 10% off, but also because they save on shipping. Shipping is one of the biggest things that cost us quite a bit of money, right? And so for me, I'm still like, even as a diamond, I'm always still trying to save money and trying to consolidate my orders and only, get one subscription order so I get as many perk points as I possibly can, but also because I only get that one package for the month, so I don't have to keep paying for shipping over and over and over. And so you really want to sell that to them. I remember doing this just a couple of months ago. It was a lady and she just wanted ProBio 5. And so I was like, well, just buy 4 bottles. You'll have 4 months worth. You would say, and I gave her the math. I was like, for 1 bottle, you'd probably spend at least $7 on shipping, because our shipping is crazy just from the smaller amounts, not just for lean, which is a heavier product. And she was like, oh yeah, that makes sense. And so you have to kind of lay it out there for them. So that's one of my tips for you guys, is that where there's a will, there's a way. Okay. You can get those smaller one product person prospects and get them to count towards you. And it's really a win for them and a win for you. Okay. And that's the one thing I love about this, is like, I don't have to pull their arm, right? I don't have to try to make them or push them into a welcome pack that they don't want, but you just got to get creative. Okay. So that's the first thing. The second thing is that one of the things that I've seen this past month, the month of May, it was so super interesting. And I said this on another live the other day. I was like, it's super interesting that once Plexus like made it worth your while to actually focus on retention, guess what we did? We focused on retention, because our team did not grow. Like we absolutely had more ads this past month. We did, but we didn't have double the ads. Does that make sense? But yet our growth was double what we've had in months. Does that make sense? It was way more growth than what we've had. And so what that tells me is that when you're retaining your people and you're building your business, then guess what happens? Growth happens. And so that is the secret sauce. That's what I love about this contest, is because they are rewarding you just as much for retention as they are for getting new people. Now, depending on where you ended your month last month, right? So maybe you had a goal that you wanted to end 600 credits, okay? Maximizing double credits. Maybe you didn't end at 600 credits. That doesn't mean anything, because when I did a strategy call with you guys at the end of last month, right, before you all knew that double credits were even on the table, y'all didn't know that until May the 1st, right? So I had you guys kind of strategizing the end of April, and I showed you many scenarios. Remember, if you didn't watch that, go back and look at that. I posted that YouTube video, the strategy call for Leaders Retreat. But when I shared those strategies and those different scenarios with you, a lot of it was just the first month you're going to get 250, the next month you're going to get 300, the next month, because you're accumulating, you're getting cumulative points, because the more people you add, the more people you retain, those ads are going to go up, those credits are going to go up. And so you have to recalibrate. You cannot just, oh, well, I'm at 400. I don't know how this is going to be possible for me if we're not getting double credits the rest of the time. Do not think that way. Just go back to the drawing board. There's also the calculator. I don't know if y'all ever utilize that, but Plexus has it in the FAQs, in the rules for Leaders Retreat. And I also posted it on our team page. There's a whole Leaders Retreat calculator. All you have to do is calculate, plug your stuff in, and it'll tell you exactly what you need to do. Okay. So make sure you're recalibrating at the first, like today, like you setting your goals, you filling out your goal sheet, you really setting your intentions for the month of June. That is so, so important. Okay. Yes, it is amazing. I love that they gave that to us, especially early on in the contest. So the other thing you want to make sure that you do, I feel like I have been a follow-up fool. I have followed up with so many people. Just before this call, I was typing out, and it's the same thing over and over, but I print out these thank you notes. I put them in a business envelope, like the longer envelope, just a white envelope. I put one stick pack of something. Okay. So I'll give you an example. I had several people that got Reset Triplex welcome pack. And so I really want them to try the other actives, because, hey, if they fall in love with active, maybe they don't love the Starfruit Guava that's in the Reset. So I'm sending them a peach mango, or I'm sending someone that said they wanted pineapple mango. They said they wanted a pineapple mango in their order. And I was like, well, just because it's not my favorite, I was like, well, there's two other ones that are a lot better. And I was really trying to be persuasive, because I was really scared she wasn't going to like the pineapple mango. But because she said she wanted the pineapple mango, she didn't get it. She went with my suggestion, but I'm sending her a pineapple mango sample. And so this is also a part of your retention system, y'all, is sending them something else, getting them, exposing them to other products. Okay. It's also good customer care, sending people a handwritten letter or a I can't do handwritten letters anymore, y'all, because my handwriting is chicken scratch, but this will suffice, because at least they can read it. And so you want to send them something. Okay. And if you're like, Robin, I can't do snail mail. It's actually something that I think Angela came up with, but she did it real fancy. She put it in she made a physical card from Canva and then printed it out like a professional. I didn't do all that. I just took what she wrote and then I tweaked it. And so I can share that with you guys after the call. I'll post it on the team page. Okay. But it's just me thanking them. Okay. And you'd be surprised what being like appreciative of your customers, how far that goes. It goes really, really far, right? It's just good customer care. And you know how you feel when you feel appreciated. So all of this is part of the retention. The second month, I have third month people that they're getting bracelets this month. I have second month people that they're getting, third month people are getting their retention credits. That was one of the things that I'm literally going to say this till I'm blue in the face, because I have to say things a lot of times anyway for everybody to kind of pick up what I'm laying down, as Jim Villa says. If you have someone redeem their perks points within their first 90 days of ordering, you are more likely to have them order 12 times within a year. If you don't have your people redeem their perks credits within their first 90 days, they are only likely to order 4 times. So it behooves you for you to over reiterate and also over talk and over explain and follow up about our Pivotal program, because it's similar statistics for people who register for Pivotal. So that has to be your number one priority with all of your new people and all your people from the months before that you could be getting retention credits for, is following up, helping them to see the benefits of the Pivotal program and the benefits of our perks points. Okay. There's a graphic that I posted earlier today that it had all of the perks credits, all the perks products. Okay. You need to save it in your phone. You need to save it in your boards. That needs to be something that you're sending. Say, hey, you're at your third month. By you know, if someone's at their third month, because some of you do have people that are in their third month, right? Because if they ordered in March, you got retention credits for April. You got, right? You got retention credits in May for April. You're about to get retention credits in June for May. All of those people, you need to be sending them now, because at this point they probably have at least $250 when they get started, $350, around $450, $45 worth of redemption credits that they have. Guys, that can give them the Vital Biome. Can we get Vital Biome? I know that's our product of the month, which is the other thing I wanted to stress to you guys. Help your people to see that they can get something that's even less than the amount that it normally would be by promoting the product of the month. And Vital Biome is the product of the month. That's why I often ask people, do you or anybody in your household suffer from anxiety, mood or mind issues or depression? So many people are struggling in that area now. I have someone that ordered from me last month, and I had never even heard of this type of therapy. So I'm always learning. I have to share this with you because I was like fascinated. I was like, wow, she's going and doing this therapy. It's called TM. If y'all know what I'm talking about? TMS for anxiety. It's like some electric shock stuff. Okay. So if people are willing to go to those lengths, right, then that means that we need to be promoting Vital Biome, especially this month, because it's the last month that it is product of the season. We actually have product of the season, not product of the month anymore. So that's been the product of the season for the past couple months. This is the last month. So the other thing you really, really want to do is you want to go and create share carts for your people. Okay. And what I mean by that is like I said, I sign most of my people up still. Okay. And even when I don't sign them up, I just ask them, hey, can you share your password with me? Or can you make your password this password, whatever my generic password is for all my people? And I tell them why. And I've never had someone tell me no. They always give me their password, or they always make their password what I say they need to make their password, right? So I'm like, it makes it easier for me to edit anything for you, blah, blah, blah. Okay. You may not do that and it may not work for you, but I'm going to tell you why it works for me. Because if I can log in as them, I can go create a couple of carts for them. Okay. Most people are not going to go through the trouble of creating a share cart link, right? Most people aren't. I mean, and I'll be honest with you, it's not the easiest thing to do. It's a lot of explaining. And even when you give somebody a graphic, telling them how to do it, most of the time they jack it up. Then they don't know anything about the code. Now it's June 23 and those codes change. So that means your share cart links have to change for yourself every month because our codes are different. That makes sense. Just like the give me 10, that was the last 3 days of the month. So now those links are no good anymore. So I have to create new links for myself, and I am choosing to go and create new links for my people. I want them to start sharing. So I just tell them, hey, here is a link that you can, a referral link where you can share if you talk to anybody at work or you share. This is one for Reset. This is one for Reset Triplex. Or I usually don't give them 3 options, but I usually just give them 2, one for Triplex and maybe one for Reset, right? And so I create those links and ask them to share their cart with somebody. Okay. That is a way to kind of front load them sharing. Okay. And make it easier for them to share. Cause you never know when they may be in a conversation and they may be like, yeah, I have this code or I have this link. And I will type it out for them. I will be like, in the notes section of my phone, I'll be like, here is Cindy's share cart links. And I'll have, here's her Reset link. And here is her Triplex link. And I will send that to her directly. So she doesn't have to think about it, which link is which. You have to really break it down for people. And then when they click, whoever that is, they click on that and they order from that person, you're going to have to ask them, make sure you tell me as soon as someone orders from you, like, make sure you let me know, because if that person decides that they want money and not a product credit, you're going to have to help them to go upgrade. Does that make sense? Is everybody clear on what I'm saying there? Because you could get product credit, but you also, some people want to actually earn money. If they want to earn money, they have to upgrade to brand ambassador. Okay. So make sure you're doing that. The second thing is that you want to get your level 1s people into 3-way chats. Okay. Because you cannot make assumptions. All those people, if you're getting credit for them, you got sign up credits for them last month. Let's just say you have a team that's working. Those people are signing people up. Even if it's just you have one person on your team that's signing people up. They have new people now. Well, that new person may not be as committed to retaining those people as you want to be, right? Because maybe they just like, oh, okay, well, I earned a couple $100 or I went silver, whatever, that's fine. But they may not have a vision yet to go silver or to go earn the cruise. And so you got to make sure that you are strategic about how you're helping your people to retain their people. Does that make sense? So encourage three-way chat. Say, hey, why don't you put me into a chat and we can work on helping your ambassador or your VIP to have success this month. Okay. This is the new thing that I've been doing. Is called Project Broadcast. I've been talking to lots of your people because the messages are coming from me. And so they're messaging me back. And a lot of times what I found so fascinating was people that had credit card declines or people that their perks credits turned off or whatever. A lot of times when we have small thinking, when we're not thinking a bigger picture about our business, we think, well, I don't want to tell them that that their order didn't go through. And I don't say your credit card declined. That's not what it says. It just says, hey, your order didn't go through this month. It normally does, blah, blah, blah. There's so many people that have responded to me and they did not intend their credit card change or it expired. And so you have to be digging in your back office to know when you have things that are happening in your business. That is how you're strategic and moving your points forward, moving your business forward. Okay. And that's a part of the retention. The other thing that I wanted to share with you is, let's see, get your cleaned up list together. For those of you who are coming to convention, it's quite a few of you on this call who are going to convention. You want to make sure that you 100% have those lists with you at convention. Okay. Because if you're going to be there for 3 or 4 or 5 days, you might think, oh, that's going to kind of be a wash, because I'm at convention. It doesn't have to be a wash, not if you prepare ahead of time. And so if you have those cleaned up lists and you go ahead and start, you don't know what the new product is. You don't know what the new specials are going to be. We don't know those things, right? But when you go into convention on June 15th, 16th, and on that Friday, when the new stuff gets announced or whatever, the new specials, you want to make sure that you have those lists together so that you can immediately start messaging people then. Okay. That's how you're going to end your month strong and continue to build momentum in your business. Okay. And when I say lists, I'm saying plural because there's lots of people that are inactive on your team. Guess what, y'all? You need to clear those people out of your system. If they have not ordered in 6 months, you need to go to Help Center, like go to Plexus Worldwide, go log in, scroll all the way to the bottom, click on Help Center, and then you just type in the search bar, clear, and it's going to say clear inactive accounts. If that person, even if they have a annual web hosting fee of $19.95 or $34.95, whatever it is as a VIP, even if it's still an active account because they've paid their membership fee, if they have not ordered in 6 months, you can clear them out. Okay. You need to make sure your people are cleared because you don't want to have to go through all that rigmarole at convention. Does that make sense? Do y'all understand what I'm saying? You want those names to be, and you also want to remember, you also need to be going to your back office and looking at all those people and clearing that stuff out because you want to know, okay, because I forget about people, y'all. I see people all the time like, oh, I forgot she was my customer. And so I have to go and clear those people and make sure that I have those names ready. And that's a whole list of, these are all my inactive lists. These are all my prospect people, my people that are on my hot list, people that have never tried Plexus before, because my conversation and my reach out is going to be different for them than it would be someone who hasn't taken Plexus in 4 or 5 months. Does that make sense? Or 6 to 9 months. So you want to make sure you're ready for that. Okay. The other thing is you really want to be aware, and you also want to make sure all your people are aware, meaning people on your team, people that you're sharing with, what the specials are this month. So the specials June 23 is $10 off any $100 order. Okay. The add one is you get 250 perks credits. So you really want to share that with people as well. When you send the share cart link, you can tell them, hey, not only do you get a $20 product credit, but you really get a $45 product credit. Does that make sense? Because they're getting if they share with one person, they're getting the $20 product credit, or it could be $20 cash if they choose to be a brand ambassador, but they also are getting a $25 product credit because they're getting 250 perks points. So explain that to people, right? Because some people may be like, oh, 40, that's close to $50. Okay. That could be, a third of their order the next month, or even almost close to a half of their order. Okay. So you want to talk that up. You also want to share with them that Add 3 is a portable charging kit. And most people, if you're trying to help them to get to 3, meaning going silver, the going silver and getting fast start is what's enticing, not necessarily the portable charging kit, but we all are eligible for all of that. It's not just a new person, it's all of us. Okay. And the other thing that I really want to share with you is that when you have a new person join, I do not want you to think that just because they joined at the end of May, that those people don't have an opportunity to earn Leaders Retreat. They 100% do. Okay. I think Rhea mentioned this earlier, but I always think about this because Rhea joined in the summer. She joined in July. She joined smack dab in the middle of Leaders Retreat contest. I did not know she was going to work the business, but once she decided that she was, and she said she wanted to go for it, I said, okay. So I breadcrumbed and I showed her the way. I said, okay, you need to do this. You need to do this. She did everything I was asking her to do. And she not only earned, but she swept the contest in 6 weeks. And so you cannot tell me that can't happen for you, right? It happened. I couldn't go to Leaders Retreat that year. They didn't let any jewels go. So I wasn't even trying to earn the trip. I mean, I had no skin in the game is my point. Does that make sense? Besides the fact that obviously my business would grow because she would be building her business, but I wasn't trying to earn Leaders Retreat because I didn't even qualify for Leaders Retreat, right? And so my whole point of telling you this story is that you cannot think so small. You've got to think big, right? You have to think bigger because most of you are thinking, there's no way someone can come in the second month of the contest and sweep it. Well, the contest back then was only 3 months. This contest is 4 months. And the other thing that you probably may not realize is that, hold on, I'll read your comment in just a second, Rhea. The other thing you may not realize is that brand new people, they get double credits anytime they join. Did y'all know that? So let's just say you had someone join at the end of May. Okay. It benefits y'all to read the FAQs. I'm telling you, I'm always like reading all the fine print and trying to figure it all out because I'm telling you, this matters. So if someone joined at the end of May and you're like, oh, they could be a runner, like they could do this. And I think, Del Rita, I know for a fact you have someone on your team. You're like, she's ready to go. Right. And that's amazing. I don't know if Rhea's on the call, but welcome, Rhea. But bottom line, if you have someone that is ready to go, don't discount them in earning the Leaders Retreat because as soon as they join, they then have 30 days to earn double credits for themselves. Does that make sense? Whatever month that they joined, they have those 30 days. So they're not being penalized because they didn't join in May. All right. So leverage that. Leverage the opportunity to help your people to see that this is also for them. Yeah. And I'm glad you said that, Rhea. She's like, I'm glad that you told me about the shopping spree. So many of us, we won't even tell people that is going on. We won't even tell people about Leaders Retreat. We won't tell them about the trip. We won't tell them about the prizes. We won't tell them anything. The cruise, nothing. And so it's just really important that you're casting vision to every single person. We're trying to figure that out, Ebony. I went to Alec and Genevieve today and asked for them to amend that rule because I think it should be whenever they actually start sharing. So whenever they send their first link, I think that's what it should be. And everybody on the board agreed with me. So they said they were going to look into that. I don't know if they can make that happen back office wise, like system wise. I don't know if they can make that happen at this stage in the game, but I know for a fact that it is for all new people. Okay. Any new person that joins. Okay. That their 30 days starts, their double credit start when they join. Okay. Now, the other thing that I want to share with you is this. When you go, this weekend, if you haven't already, set goals for your business, recalibrate, use that calculator, but go back and see exactly where your points are coming from. You have to be checking your back office. Okay. And the reason why I'm saying this is not because I don't trust Plexus or don't trust the system, but systems are fallible too, right? I mean, there's glitches in the system all the time. And so you need to make sure that all of your points are accounted for, which means you have to be keeping up with what's happening in your business. So total transparency, going into your back office every day, seeing who's being added, seeing who's being retained. That really should have been something that you wrote down. If you have a team of people working, that you really should have written down, okay, I know Susie shared in March, Elizabeth shared in May, and you know who those people are and those names of people that they should be working towards getting retention credits for. So just make sure you have all your points accounted for, because if you don't, Plexus always makes it right, but you've got to know that your points are accounted for. So just make sure you're doing that. Does anybody have any questions? I really want to respect your time and end at 8:30. We've got about 5 minutes. Does anybody have any questions or need clarity on anything that I've shared? I did that good of a job of explaining everything? Is that what that is? Oh, that's great. Wonderful. Well, I cannot tell you how excited I am to see you guys continue to grow. This and what you guys did at the end of this month and really all throughout the month of May is indicative of the team that I know to be made for more. Incredible, amazing, unstoppable, and absolutely 100% capable of making things happen, okay, and creating ripple effects of changes. That's the biggest goal. I have someone right now that I'm working with. She has chronic constipation her whole life, has pooped once a week. I cannot imagine being someone that only poops once a week. If I go a couple of days, I feel like crap, right? And so there are people out here who desperately need our products, and there are also people out here who desperately need this opportunity. So be confident, be bold, be convicted about sharing these products with people. There's so many individuals that are looking for something like this, even when they don't know that they are. So anyway, I love you guys. I hope you have a great rest of your week and a great weekend. Thanks for so many of you hopping on last minute. I wasn't planning on doing a call tonight, but I felt like in order for us to start the month strong, we really should just level set and share all the things that we know can help us to leverage our business and continue to move forward. So you guys have a good one. I cannot wait to see so many of you in a couple weeks.
Bye.
Thank you. Good night.
Thank you
Bye.
guys.
Thank you. Have a good night. Thanks,
You
Ron.
too.